Don't know if you've noticed, but the race for the White House is a knockdown, drag-out fight to the finish, with the candidates going toe-to-toe on the trail until the voters make their decision November 8th. And we're going to be keeping score each week with former prize fighter and political analyst. There he is. Boom, boom. You were Rocky Rollins, right?
Rocky, the Rock.
The original Ed Rollins.
I swam like a rock and I hit like a rock, as one coach told me.
Okay, we should point out he does have a super PAC to benefit Donald Trump.
Trying to, yes, absolutely.
How's that working out so far?
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right, let's take a look at some of the sound bites. Let's go ahead and bring the fight mic down here so that I can use the big voice. Fight mic, come on, down, down, there we go. All right,
ready to rumble.
First round, Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump on honesty.
Dealing with a very dishonest human being. You know, remember the word? Do you remember the word short circuit? I watched that interview with Chris Wallace. The lie on the lie on the lie. Her greatest achievement in life will be getting away with what she got away with.
It's really outrageous to me that somebody who claims to be so successful has done it by stiffing hardworking Americans. Painters and plumbers and glass installers and marble installers and architects.
Okay, so Ed, who won that round?
He won that round for the simple reason that she basically said on the FBI director had cleared her on the Chris Wallace interview that she did. Obviously, he hadn't. You could play that again and again, and that's what he did. Certainly, the charge that Trump doesn't pay his bills is one that's not necessarily proven, but the fact that she's not honest has been something the American public believes.
What about that short circuit business?
You know, I think that's kind of a code word now. We're not sure whether her health is perfect or not, and I think that's a key that's going to be explored more and more.
Okay, so round one to Donald Trump. Round two, Hillary versus Trump on decision-making.
The secret agent said she simply lacks the integrity and temperament to serve in the office. Her leadership style, which is volcanic and impulsive, and she makes bad decisions, okay? Hey, you know, it's one thing to make bad decisions. It's another thing to be wacky and make bad decisions.
Don't be fooled. There is no other Donald Trump. What you see is what you get. He is the same person who can be provoked by a tweet. So just imagine Donald Trump in the Oval Office facing a real crisis.
All right, Ed Rollins, round two.
The tweet is a good line that she threw out there, but the critical thing here is he introduced something new, which was the Secret Service agents who basically said when she was in the White House, she was very erratic, very emotional, and I think that's a side that we haven't seen yet.
Okay, third round. Here we have Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump on, and you've been waiting for it, the Second Amendment.
If you are running to be president or you are president of the United States, words can have tremendous consequences. Yesterday, we witnessed the latest in a long line of casual comments from Donald Trump that cross the line. And now his casual inciting of violence. Every single one of these incidents shows us that Donald Trump simply does not have the temperament to be president and commander-in-chief.
Nobody in that room thought anything other than what you just said. This is a political movement. This is a strong, powerful movement, the Second Amendment. You know, Hillary wants to take your guns away. She wants to leave you unprotected in your home. This is a tremendous political movement.
All right, Ed Rollins, the Second Amendment round goes to?
Goes to her. I don't think that he said anything that was not correct, but at the end of the day, that dominated the issue, and people thought it was a threatening remark, and for the next 3 days, that's all we talked about. So I'll give her that round.
Sure. Now, let me ask you this, because you've been in politics for a long time. When you heard what Donald Trump originally said about the Second Amendment people, what did you think?
Didn't bother me at all. I knew he was talking about the NRA and others who were very substantially behind him, and it sort of got blown out of proportion by the mainstream news media.
Yeah, the mainstream media, I don't know if you've noticed, a little biased.
A lot biased. At the end of the day, I think they thought that Trump got away with a lot in the primaries, and they now going to take it out on him.
So they're going to try to kill him?
They're not successful, but they are basically having some impact.
Okay, we're about 90 days out. What would your advice be to Donald Trump?
Get a little bit more scripted. He had a good speech on the budget early in the economic. He should have been talking about that all week long, but he's talking about everything else. You need to basically sort of run a whole. You win the weeks. It's like a fight. You win the rounds to win the fight. You got to stay on that message all week long, and that's not what he did.
Some people, Ed, say, you know, when he's on the teleprompter, he's got a different persona than he does when he's just out and about like he was last night.
There's no question he rises to the crowd. He likes to ad-lib. He likes to entertain the crowd. But I just simply say at this point in time, he can't afford to make mistakes. He's behind in the polls. He needs to basically really drive his message.
All right. Rocky?
Thank you.
Rocky Rollins, thank you very much.
My pleasure.